dare to ask her or pauwiin siya. You know why? Because we also thought that this might be the last time that she's gonna spend Christmas with us. So hinayaan namin siya, sige lang, dito lang tayo. So her presence really brought warmth in that gathering. That night reflected her generosity, her love for the people she worked with, and her desire to be there for us. Not just a colleague, but as a friend. For those of us privileged enough to call Dr. Belinda a mentor, we gained more than knowledge. We learned how to balance the science of medicine and the art of humanity. She reminded us in every lesson that our patients are people of hopes, people of fears, with stories, and she would always emphasize the importance of compassion. On a personal level, Dr. Belinda was a friend like no other, always there with a listening ear, a supportive word, or just the right bit of wisdom at the perfect moment. Her quiet strength and the love for her family and friends will be remembered by all who had the joy of knowing her. And as we remember Dr. Belinda today, let us carry forward the lesson she taught us. Let us be compassionate with others as she was, as generous with our time as she was, and as dedicated to our calling, and as open-hearted as she always was. So rest in peace now. Our dear friend, you will be deeply missed, but your kindness, your spirit, and wisdom will live on in all of us.
Also of Broken Share because kami yung host tonight. And Belinda and I go a long way. When I was a resident, kilala ko na siya. As a young consultant from Cebu. Galing si Belinda ng Cebu. And as we were building the department in Broken Share and the Broken Share Women's Center, she joined us. Actually, we invited her. So, she joined us and into all groups, I think that she joined. No, in Broken Share alone, she was with Fertility Care Center and the IVF Center. And kasama si Fred, kasi Fred is our consultant. So I think in every group she joins, she brings her gentle, quiet presence. Gentle, quiet, pero strong. I think she's one of the most gentle people I know. Next to my dad. Kasi my dad is very gentle. And yung kanyang, Belinda, she delights in simple things. No, madali siya ma-happy. And then, she was our consultant, mentor, and counselor. Yung family planning is one of her loved subjects in obstetrics. So there's a method, there's an approach in family planning we call gather. Master niya yan. So she conducted workshops with our residents. Itong mga graduates na nandito ngayon. And even if she's alone, no, like hindi namin siya masamahan, she's still there and she teaches the residents talaga. So the counseling part, I know she's had some training and she works with counselors as well. She really brought that, no, into the department, into the training of residents. And aside from that, yung kanyang business acumen, meron din siyang alam there. She's talented there. She brings that into our deliberations in the Fertility Care Center, in the IVF Center. And we are guided, no? We are guided by her ideas. And she doesn't push them very strongly, but alam mong magagamit mo siya. And we moved together kasi ang BWC, the Broken Shore Women's Center is 25 years now. So I was reflecting, dugay na Jude, no? Matagal na natin kasama si Belinda. And she's probably closer to some than the others, but she's always been part of the department. And when she wants to be there, she tries to. So I remember the first time she told me nung diagnosis niya in the beginning, so we both were in some tears already, but she moved on more than 10 years, I think, no? 11 years. And in 2022, when we were in Buena Vista for so 2 years. So, constantly she's been with us naman. But from time to time, we know she's not feeling well. So the last time I saw her was when I visited at the radiation oncology for her session. Kasi hindi naman natin siya madalaw sa house. So I was watching where she is, anong schedules niya. And she was there with a tube. But she was so positive, no? She was so positive about life. And her brother was with her at that time. And since then, we've just been texting sa phone until a week ago. Si Fred na yung nagte-text, hindi na si Belinda. So I knew she was not good at that time. And hindi na siya nakatext. Si Fred na lang, but she was on morphine drip na kasi. And it is at this time of maybe the 25 years that we really wanted her with us. But, we give that to the Lord kasi life naman is not infinite. So, we will miss those interactions and we will miss her very so. Sandali ha. Meron ako nakalimutan. So, yung mga kwento-kwento, she's always been proud. No? She's always been proud of Fred. And yung galing ni Fred. Kasi he's our financial business consultant. And she's always been proud of the two daughters also. Yung achievements. No? Nangimbita man siya ng wedding sa Bohol, pero hindi naman tayo makasama. So we delight in her achievements and accomplishments and happiness at home. Thank you so much for sharing her with us all these years. So in the Catholic Mass, no, I don't know if you noticed, there's a phrase there that I really appreciate. It's when the priest says that life is not changed, life is changed, not ended. So I always think that, no, these weeks that we have problems and then we lost Belinda, it gives us hope that always, no, that one day all these things will pass like anything else, and we will remember without the pain, without the hurt, no, but the memory will be there. So, as many of you will miss Belinda. So this is not goodbye. This is still so long, and we will always keep you. I will always see you whenever I see them in the department and at the hospital. So, good evening. Thank you.
You know, this part of giving speech or a eulogy to a friend is very rare for me. Kasi I am not one, personally, I am not good at this kind of occasions. But nonetheless, for my friend Belinda, I hope Belle, I call her Belle, hindi Belins, I call her Belle. I hope I will give you justice on what I'm going to say, what you have been to me while you were around. I first met Belle in Brokenshire bagong pasok siya, she's not the FPOGs yet. The first time that we had this, yung moment na she's going to be my friend was in the lounge sa DR. We were alone, kami lang dalawa. And the first question she asked me, sabi niya, Doktora, she called me Doktora kasi ganyan pa, hindi pa kami kilala eh. The first time I met her. May Doktora, what do you think of me taking the exams for POGs? Because at that time, there was a moratorium, right? So medyo na-shock ako kasi the department is an inclusive department, doesn't care if you have FPOGs or no FPOGs, as long as you care, as long as you want to be with us, as long as you love Brokenshire, accept ka. So nagulat ako, of all people ako, of course, biased ako. So you know what, Belle? There's nothing wrong for if you're going to take the chance, because the chance is there, the opportunity is there, but from somebody who came through passing the exam, not because you're going to be an elitist, but you deserve that FPOGs. And I'm going to tell you na it's best na FPOGs ka. So, while I was explaining to her, may kaisip siya kasi sabi niya, medyo matagal na kasi ako, mahirap mag-aral uli. Yun ang sabi niya. Tapos, sabi ko, no, you are in a department where teaching is the core. And you are a teacher, so lahat ng mga updates sa OBGYN, alam mo yan. That was the last na nag-usap kami about that. Siguro, nagdala-dalawang isip siya kung mag-take ba siya ng exam o hindi. Tapos, by chance, ako pa talaga ang nadoon sa room na yon na itanong niya. So, she did not nag-aral siya. Alam namin, magte-take siya ng exam. Yes, patay. Meron talaga nagsabi ng year. Ganyan kami katagal. 1998. Early years of Brokenshire. Yeah, 1998. So she did, I don't know if a lot of the consultants knew she's going to take the exam, but I did not know if she decided to take the exam. The only time I knew that she took the exam when she passed the exam. So doon ako natuwa kasi kahit na kukonti man lang, meron akong na-influence sa kanya. And from that time on, I felt a bond sa kanya. Because sabi niya sa akin, you know Ka, next time, pagkita na namin, she called me Ka, hindi na doktora. Kaya, you know what Ka, good thing I had a conversation with you in that room. In that room. Then, as the years go by, all the consultants, I'm sure, had their own crisis in their lives. But always, this is I can say, the department is always around to console you or just to be there at the sidelines. And Belinda was always there. So, lahat ng mga sinabi before me, it's true. One, when it comes to ethical and moral issues, you always look to her. Kasi meron siyang standards. Second, when we ask about financial, yung corporate matters, ano ba itong mga share na ito, mga ganon, kasi mga doktor lang kami. Si Belle lang talaga ang makasagot. I don't know kung inherent ba siya, na magaling siya dyan, or dahil nakapag-asawa siya kay Fred, na they talk about business every night. I don't know, pero pag magkaroon kami ng confusion na hindi kami magka-agree on something about corporate matters like sa fertility care or sa IVF or even sa department, we always look for Belins. Bel, anong opinion mo nito? Anong say mo? So she always has an answer to our questions. Kaya she's the go-to guy when it comes to mga meetings. Siya talaga, she just sits there quietly in the room, doesn't interrupt, just listens. But when you ask her, then that's what amazed me. Belinda can answer. It means that she has been engaged in the conversation, even if she's just sitting right next to you. And one thing na, talagang advocate siya sa healthy living, which hindi kami, no? So, minsan, pag magdating na yan si Bel, magigilty kami lahat. Siya, dahon ang gikaon, kami, karne. Pagtingin na, oh my God, andito na si Belinda, kumakain na naman ng gulay. Wala nang ibang kakainin, kundi, while kami naghahanap ng lechon. So, pero, doon ako believe din sa kanya, her advocacy. No? Yung advocacy niya sa health niya. Maybe it's because of her experience with the breast cancer, but I think that's something in her na talagang siya, kung believer siya ng ganito, talagang susundin niya up to the last. And then last, napansin ko, she has a generous spirit. I remember when, I don't know, Fred, kung alam mo ba ito na she was into this jewelry thing? Okay. So, meron siyang gustong piece, jewelry piece. Nilapitan niya, Ka, maganda ito talaga sa iyo. Maganda sa iyo. Tapos sabi ko, pendant lang ba yan, Bel? Paano ko suotin yan? Walang chain. Sabi pa niya, oh, but this is exactly you. Yan ang sabi niya, it's exactly you. So, naano ako doon sa piece na yon. Pero walang chain. So, sabi ko, paano ko suotin ito walang chain? Pero sige lang, because she's my friend, so meron akong pendant, isang pendant, and it was nice. And for somebody who sells jewelry, she has a different approach. She looks at your personality and then picks that piece, di ba? Tapos yun ang niya. Tapos ang galing-galing niya. Ako hindi ko kilala sarili ko. Kilala pa niya ako. Pagsabi niya, ikaw ito. Yung ganon. So the next time na we met sa isang conference, bigla na lang niya ako hinila sa tabi. Kaya Ka, meron ka ng chain. And up to this day, that chain is with me. And I love it because the length is just exact. And the pendant falls exactly where I want it. So talaga siyang tapos yan sabi pa niya, here's the piece. So sabi ko, how much is this? No, that's for free. That's yours. Because I want to see your pendant. You wear it. Yan ang sabi niya. Na-preempt mo ako, kasama na siya sa aking accessory bukas. Okay. So, yung generosity ni Bel expands beyond sa pagbibigay, even yung time niya, nandyan siya. Yan paminsan ang generosity natin sa friends natin or even our colleagues or even in our family. Sometimes the time, hindi tayo masyado sa generosity. Yes, it's so easy to give out money, but it's your time. That is, medyo matipid tayo kung magbigay tayo. And I realized that every time a friend, family would pass on. I always think of the time I spent with this person who passed on. And I always regret. Well, sabihin nga nila, hindsight is foresight. I always regret that I might not have spent time to Belle, but the whatever little time I spent with her, I will always cherish it with fun and with a smile. So thank you, Belle, for being with me, for being a part of me during your stay in Brokenshire or even outside Brokenshire. You were always there, and I hope the younger generation would look up to you as a model on how to treat friends and how to impart generosity, not on a monetary way, but in the time and sharing of your love and care to your neighbors. So thank you, Belle, and we'll see each other. Not soon, later.
Jean de la Cruz, usa sa mga gipang train ni Dr. Nadela together with my four mentors who are present here tonight. Dr. Belinda is a beautiful soul, a silent water that runs deep and etched her mark on my heart. I joined the training program of Brokenshire OBGYN department in 2006, and that's how I know her. She's a mentor, a mother, a colleague, and a friend. I remember Dr. Belinda quite distinctly on one of several instances. As a struggling first year then, her presence to me was a source of assurance. Assurance that I am in a safe place, surrounded by well-meaning people who committed their time, expertise, and efforts to train me. I remember one particular morning assisting her in her surgery. It was then when I learned that we came from the same town city, Digos. The familiar maiden name Delgra is a homegrown Digosenyo name. And that we also came from the same medical school in West Visayas State University in Iloilo. So those factors added to my comfort to stay on. She's a unifying figure among us residents. I remember one particular team building she led. She gathered us in the old conference room, holding a box of crayons. She told us that like crayons, each of us are unique in color, but has the same wax quality to it and the ability to bring color. Unique individual colors, but together we can bring about a very nice and vibrant picture. She's a visionary. She saw the unique talents each of us are gifted with. As the fledgling new graduate finding my niche, she was there giving me guidance and advice. Even the enterprising side of Dr. Nadela. And she also taught me that, Jean, ayusin mo na yung mga papeles daw ng tatay ko. So yeah, I got that from her. And I'm glad I heeded. And knowing the struggles of a newbie with no steady income in the first few months or years of practice, she would call me to assist her surgeries in Limso. She's always on the giving end. She really has a very generous heart. Our relationship grew deeper as she would reach out and minister to me spiritually. I knew her as a staunch supporter and mover of navigators, a spiritual group that support young students and professionals. My husband Mark was once a recipient of such support. She would pray for me. Fast forward, I was amazed by Dr. Belinda's energy that even with her illness, she still have the energy to establish a small community library in Bangkal for underprivileged children, where we would bring books to fill it with. I remember a particular day at the height of pandemic, while I was struggling with the upkeep of my household and had to handle single-handedly the medical care of my then ailing father. Out of nowhere, Dr. Belinda would text me to check how I was doing. I never thought she was very ill at that time too, 2022. Her words are very comforting. She would tell me that sometime not so long ago, she was the caregiver of her father too, as well. And that she really understands where I'm at. She has a lot of wisdom and she can easily crack a joke out of a grim situation. I can still remember her giggly laugh each time. We had several exchanges during the pandemic that I suggested to her, Doc, maybe you should compile all these thoughts and wisdom in a book. Kay, very, ano man si Doktora, very eloquent. And she would giggle and said to me, Jean, you put a concrete idea on a floating thought for me. I hope I will have the energy to do that. Sometime middle of this year, I saw this movie, I just forgot the title. Or was it a podcast I heard? Anyway, it was about a unique idea of a living obituary, where friends of a dying person would take turn, gather, and express how they know the person and appreciate. So Dr. Belinda came to mind, and I know deep in my heart it would be a welcome treat to her. I heard she was so sick that time. So this was around mid-June this year. And so I texted her. Sabi ko sa kanya, Doc, I am tremendously blessed by your person, Doc. I thank God for the opportunity to know you as my mentor and friend. I'm so blessed to have crossed paths with you and I still look forward for your book signing. Sabi ko sa kanya. Thank you for your encouraging words when I was in the pit during my father's illness. It left a positive imprint on me. How you could have stayed so positive that time without any hints of pain yourself when you're also so ill. I love you, Doc. So to this, she answered, Thank you for your kind words, Jean, sabi niya. Sabi niya, a living obituary. Sa kanya nang galing yun ha. A tribute that's truly appreciated. So this was June 26 this year. I'm really glad that I was able to tell you those words, Doc Billions, while you're still alive. So, cancer is really a long death. So, I had it in my family as well. So, there are lots of times that you can still express your thoughts. So, yeah, I'm really glad I did it. So, to Doc Belinda's family, Sir Fred, Chari, Ipay, and the Delgra family, thank you for sharing Dr. Belinda with us. Doc, I will see you on the other side. God bless your soul.
Ay, resident consultant. So, Dr. Belinda is one of our mentors sa Brokenshire Hospital. So I'm one of the graduates sa Brokenshire. So I just want to speak in front just to show my appreciation kay Dr. Nadela. Um, So I've known Dr. Nadela nung ano pa, 2000, way back 2014 or 13 before pa ako nag-train sa Brokenshire. So I met her in DMSF. So moonlighter pa ako and I can't forget her that time kasi when I assisted her, so pinayagan niya ako na mag-close when I assisted her during CS. So, hindi talaga ako marunong, pero she was really patient to me and the fact na alam niya na moonlighter ako na general practitioner. So, I can't forget her. Then I saw her again on one of our may gathering sa Navigators. Tapos pinakilala ko kay Tita Ana, Doc Belinda na she's an OB, ganyan. Ay, naalala ko po siya. So, nag-apply na po ako sa Brokenshire. Oh, how wonderful! Ma-remember ko talaga ang voice ni Doc kasi kaya, how wonderful, sabi niya. So, yes, Doc. Tapos, and she's one of the kindest consultant talaga na na-meet ko. And, ma-remember ko pag mag-update, kahit simple update lang as a resident, parang ordinary naman, Doc, update your patient, ganyan-ganyan. Pero ang reply niya kasi parang naka-customize talaga siya lang, oh, thanks a lot, wonderful, thank you for taking care of my patient. Parang marinig mo siya when she replied to you, marinig mo ang voice niya. puro wonderful, puro praises. So parang ikaw na parang simple lang may pero ay wala, thank you, na appreciate. Parang it's a different, iba yung impact sa amin. And I thank you, Doc, kasi you really inspired us to be like you, to be like that. Walking really Christ-like, you reflecting really Christ-like character. And then, one thing na, she's also may ninang kasi sa kasal, parang konti, please. So, when I asked her to be my ninang, sabi niya, I'd be honored. Tapos, then she went to my wedding. So, she was really like a mother to me during training kasi meron kami mga small talks, especially when I was also diagnosed with a condition. So, she was really there guiding me sa mga diet, sa mga healthy lifestyle. So, nag-share kami ng aming mga healthy lifestyle, mga exercise, ganyan. Tapos, when when my mother died kasi, she was also the one who really comforted me. Pumunta siya sa wake talaga ng mom ko, kasama sa group. So, and then she comforted me talaga until after and then during that, it was pandemic kasi, so I would understand na syempre limit yung pero pumunta talaga siya sa amin. And she comforted me when my mom died. And then up to, we had yung bagong graduate ako na difficulty pa mag-start ng practice. So, she offered me na na mag-clinic sa clinic niya. Binigyan niya talaga ako ng sige, you can go there at my clinic, you hold clinics there. Tapos, nung nagbalik na siya nagkasakit siya ulit, nag-recur, nag-radio siya. Then sabi niya, sige, ikaw na mag-handle. And then it's not that simple lang na, sige, mag-clinic ka or yung mag-take over, ganyan. Pero she was really compassionate to her patient talaga na hindi lang na simple na mag-cover. There was a time na pinapunta niya ako, then side by side kami para really to endorse properly to the patient. So parang na-amaze ako na how compassionate siya talaga with her patient na hindi niya lang basta-basta pabayaan. Talaga nandun ako katabi niya sa clinic at nagpakilala, ganyan, And then, yun. Thank you, Doc, for being an inspiration to us, for being so gentle and kind. We will miss you, Doc, and your wonderful words of wisdom and your high-pitched voice na nakaka-uplift kahit na tired ka from all the duty. And may maalala pala ako one time when we were doing on rounds, yung resident pa ako. So, dun sa hallway, tapos may patay na butterfly. Tapos parang wala lang, di ba? Kung ordinary lang, wala lang. Pero sa kanya oh, how beautiful is the butterfly, it's dead. Sabi niya gano'n. Tapos, we should pick it up kasi matapakan daw. Pero, tapos parang, okay, Doc. Sige, ko ako yung butterfly. Tapos, patabi ko siya sa hallway kasi the wings are so beautiful daw. Baka masira daw. So, parang, even sa creature, so she's really, that's how good she really is. So, thank you again, Doc, for inspiring us. And, thank you, Lord, because you already welcomed Dr. Belinda on your home. No more pain, Doc. We will miss you.
So, I met Dr. Belinda on my internship. Actually, she's very kind to everyone. So, she talks to everyone. Even sa hallway, she talks to all the personnels there, even sa mga watcher. Grabe ang iyahang dedication. Mura siya ka ng mudagan o pagka-politiko ganing kasi siyang storya. Grabe siya ka-happy or positive thinking always. Then, ang first year ko, she was still active. Magpa-deliver siya o sa iyang mga mother, mag-gynae operation me. She teaches me all the time. All the residents, good. Grabe na siya time to teach. Step by step, inaani dapat ang buhaton. Even if maglisod na siya o medyo advanced age na, maglisod og tindog-dugay. But she always have the time yun to teach uh, every step. So second year, she was still very active, healthy at that time. Pag abot sa third year, that was the turning point. Parang there was a void inside yun sa delivery room, inside sa office. Kay saldam na lang yun siya nag-aadto. Oo. Ang iyahang positivity, iyang happiness, madala magud siya sa tanan. So pagsulod niya, happy tanan. So that time na nag-recur, it was really difficult to everyone, even sa residents, kay parang mingaw na. Parang inside the DR, parang it's not the same. It will never be the same. Oo. Then we always, kung makita me, she will always hug me, kay taga-Digos lagi daw. She will always give me comfort, kay at times if na problem, I will usually talk to her. Kay parang mother na po siya ba? Kay dugay na nagkaila sa iyang brother si Kuya Alex, which was from Digos, sa Digos Provincial. So since bata pa, nagkakita mi, kay dito mi sa hospital matulog ni Kuya Alex. So she was like a mother to me. So the last time na nag-talk me was October. Nangungusta ko, ana-ana. Just recently. Yeah. October, or I think si Sir Fred nata nag-reply sa ako. Oo. Nangumusta lang. Then sabi niya she was already in palliative care. She just wants food and clean clothes daw. But before that, we were always talking sa phone. Naga-text-text, kumusta naman ka, Dok? Kaya ana-ana. I will always tell her some problems. Then she will always give me positive thoughts. Positive always. Wala yung negative. Siya, get away with the negative thoughts. Always positive lang. Mahuman lang lagi na tanan. Mahuman lang na tanan. Graduate ra ka. Muunsa ra ka. Mura siya a mother yun sa kuha. And with the other residents, I'm sure the senior residents like Dr. Serrano and the other residents na nakailag yun ni Doktora, ma-feel yun na mo ang void within the hallway, the department. Actually, sa iya po ko nakakaton o fimbriectomy. Oo. Di ba usually sa ato ang ligation is modified pomeroy sa iya, dili anana, mag-fimbriectomy ta. Dok, mag-bleed ta, Dok. Dili, okay lang na. Ato lang iligate. So, for me, Dr. Belinda is always had her wisdom, professionalism, and generosity. Yun siya. Grabe ang iyahang immense generosity to everyone. Last time, 2022, which was the year na I have to present sa my interesting case sa Australia. She even gave me funding by her own efforts. Yun. Oo. Then the next year, sa another presentation na po, nihatag gihapon siya. Mangita gid siya og way just to to give funding to every person na achieving good or achiever po good. So her legacy and countless contributions would never go to waste because tanan positivity niya always yun siya ginahatag sa tanang persons na iyahag yung ma-encounter. Wala'y negative. Even sa amo ang pagkaon, nidako na ka, mag-diet na ka ha. Anak. So magkakita siya og food na junk food. Tara, mag-order ta sa Balik Bukid. Order. Kauna ha. Kanang vegetables tanan. sige, kaon lang ta. Hutun po na mo kay healthy man. So, yun siya, dapat ma-lose weight na ka by 10 kilos in 1 year. Pagkita na mo, parehas na makakadako gyapon lang. Oh. So, nagyan siya, grabe ang amo ang thank you good, Dr. Belinda, for being part of our journey sa residency training. Everything you taught to us would always be a learning, and we will carry it until we meet sa balay sa Ginoo.
Easy consultant at Davao Doctors Hospital. Kaya I had my residency 1992 to 1998. So, when we attended the push, parang second pa lang ng push. Pag ilan na nga yun ng push? 30 plus? Oh. But anyway, that is the second year yata na nag-attend kang ako ng push. Kasi yung first, basta second, tapos ano siya, ay, Jean, idagdag ko sa story ni Dr. Kaka. That's why alam ko 1998 yun siya do. Kasi when we attended the push that year, girigla pa siya ito. Nalapsan siya. Uy, Jean, magka-roommate pala kami nun. Light moment ito ha, hindi ito seryoso. Sabi sa akin, ay ako, Jean, mag-take lang kong exam para mag-take lang. Gito pag nako siya. Dok, dili ko ka-afford mag-take lang. Mag-study jud ko, Dok, kaya I cannot afford to stop ang akong kinabuhi para mag-study. Tapos, mag-take na po dog exam. At saka, Dok, wala ako yung resources. Ano siya? Ay, kisa mo amang Jean, mag-take lang daw sila. Dok, dili ang ana atong attitude. Kailangan mag-take itong exam to pass. Ano siya? Bitaw, no? I like that. O, di ba yung mga English niya, I like that. Di ba si Doktora yung magno-nosebleed ka, magkalisod-lisod na, pero nag-in-English lang gihapon. O, di ba? Kaya alam ko yung, good morning, what a wonderful morning. O, bakit ko kasama si kaibigan si Doktora? Eventually, hinahatid ko kasi siya. Magkasaway kami kasi di ba bangkal man siya, I live in Turil. Jean, do you have a ride? O, Dok, hatid na kita. O, sa mga nakikita, mga storya-storya ganyan. So eventually, when I got married again, kinuha namin siya ni Nolan as, nag-decide ko, si Doktora. Dagan siya points, mga practical points, you can talk about a lot of things other than medicine, other than being a doctor. Kanang life hacks, about stories, about anything. And she would always have a very nice story to go with it. So, when my mom turned 85 in 2022, anak ko siya, Dok. Ay, meron pala kaming mga kanta-kanta. Tapos parang, sige mo kung magkanta-kanta. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, gusto ko magkanta. Tapos pinakanta ko siya. Ang choice yung song kay, kataas ba aning kantaha? Gitry na ako, hindi ko pa kaya. Yun pala, sabi ko, ano gani yung favorite ni Doktora na song? Alone, heart daw. O, sabi ni Mimat, heart. Tapos, heart ang singer. So, hinanap ko talaga kayo hindi ako makakonsentrate. So, kung may favorite song talaga yun si Doktora Belinda sa karaoke, na yun yung kinakanta niya. And then, nung nag-birthday ang mama ko ng 85, I invited her. Before that pala, she was into plants naman good, no? Ganahan man siya mga pa. I gave her Monstera albos. Sabi ko, Dok, imuha na. You can dispose that kung masking asan mo ipang kuan. Tapos, gihatag na ko sa iya ha. Gitagaan din ako siya, and then I gave her sample. Mga 5 siguro to. Kung bahala ka na kung asa na mo ipanghatag, you wanna sell that or anything. Basta I'm gonna give that to you. Tapos, nung nag-birthday ng mama ko, kuduk dali-duk, naaman ko'y pianista. Oy, di ba? I-share ang tanak ko, di mo ko kabalo. I have a video of her singing the song, Misty. So sabi ko, si mo, gini si Doktora, oy, very very kanang kuan. Oh, diba? Very light. Oh. Pero maingit kay siya. Kay ganahan gid siya magkanta. Magkanta lagi ta. She likes to sing. Oh, mo nang ako ang excuse me, memory of her. So, I'd like to end in that note no na happy lang. Sige pa mo kung pamalit sa iya hagod og mga tambal-tambal. Dapunta ako sa inyo ha. Punta ako sa kunin ko yung gamot. So one ng mga kanang exchanges namo sa mga stores and I would drive her home. Tapos kaya ko siya nakilala ng gusto. Mga trips lang good from the hospital to to the house. So yun yung what banded us together. And yun lang. I just want to remember her sa kanta na last ko narinig sa kanya. That was Misty. Alone ang favorite song niya. She sings that song always. You alone. Diba? Ganon. Sige siya sa akong ears. And so, yung Misty, mamaya i-share ko sa inyo, if I can share it. So everybody can see how lightly she loves singing. So that's it. Yun lang. Hi, Doc, Billions. Wala ko ihatod dito sa bangkal. Okay, thank you.
Parang, I was tempted to say no. But, you know, the past few days were one of the excruciating days of my life. Dili na ako mag-ina. Belinda, you are one of my dearest friends. My confidant, my sounding board. I will miss ang among mga late night conversations. Ambot lang kung naminaw pa si Fred, pero, you know, kung naa siya ka-istorya late night, ako na to. Unya, mag-anak pag mga tulog na ta, kay alas 12 na. We talk about so many things, life, career, lahat-lahat. Plans and everything, you know. Ay, Gina, one of the Monstera album na asa kuha. And then every now and then, I will take pictures of Belinda. O na ni ang imong gihatag na tanong sa akuha. Malipay na siya. Tama tong gisulti ni Darlene that we will treasure your quiet strength. You know, I never heard her complain. Talk about her sickness. Quiet siya, but, you know, she has an inner strength. I will treasure your unwavering resilience and your persistent optimism, even in the face of death. I will always remember your smiles and laughters. You know, Belinda was a Cotarian. You know, we have a service organization, COTA. And I invited her. She's one of the members. And the last time we were together was, I think, last month. Mahina na siya masyado, but we invited her to go to Kalinan in one of our friends, members' farm. But she was there. And she would really enjoy eating, laughing. The last time din na we had a get-together meeting, she would attend. And katong na aming games, appeal po siya, you know. There was never a moment where she hesitated to live life to the full. So, dili na ako mag-istorya, daghan mag-istorya. When I think of you, Belinda, I will remember your smiles and laughters. And then I will know that you are in a better place. Thank you for sharing your life with us. Lastly, I would like to end my participation by sharing one of my favorite Bible verses that says in Philippians 1:21, "For to me to live is Christ, and to die is gain." And another thought from one of my favorite authors, Henry Nguyen. And this I quote, "This brief lifetime is my opportunity to receive love, deepen love, grow in love, and give love." Belinda, you have given so much love. It's hard to forget you, but we will remember you in the department. We will remember you in our organization, Sakota. I will especially remember you as a friend, a good friend. And I would say, hindi si Belinda, mo defend ba yung sa iyang friend? And, you know, that I will treasure. And you will be missed. But then, we are happy in the thought that you are in a better place, free of pain. Thank you. Thank you, the family friend, for sharing her to us. Thank you.
Especially to Tita Belinda's Brokenshire family. We heard a few stories only today. As you can see, this room is actually filled. Lumampas na tayo sa labas. And there are still thousands of stories that is left unheard. But you know, we will continue to, though we share our tears here in this room, we will continue to fill this room with smiles and laughter because that's how she was with us, right? We will always share laughters with Tita Belinda. So as we continue on with the service, let's continue to carry as well that reflective spirit here. You know, as we have Pastor Ruben Hernani for the scripture reading and the inspirational message tonight.